Okay, so hi everyone, this is ProDota and I'm standing here with Kuroky from Mouz. So the first question will be, you made lots of comebacks to cybersports and you wrote like you must work on yourself, etc. So what made you come back every time?
Like come back to Dota?
Yes.
No, this is like my first real, can't even call it a comeback, this is my first entrance into Dota 2 since after TI2. Well, you could say before TI2 I played for Virtus Pro a little bit, but that's it. So I just feel like playing competitive Dota 2, that's all.
Okay. You mentioned Virtus Pro, how was it?
It was okay. The organization was nice to us. The players are really cool guys, but it just didn't work out.
So no complaints?
No real complaints, no.
Okay, so let's talk about the international. You played like a stand-in, right?
Yeah.
Describe your feelings like if you were there, like not a stand-in but the team. Would you achieve something better?
With the Mousesports International?
Yeah.
Well, I just got asked just before the tournament, so we couldn't really prepare or anything. We went there without expectations. I didn't, at least. I think the other guys didn't either. So we just played, tried our best. Of course, there were like the best teams in the world, so obviously we wouldn't go far unless we got really, really lucky. So yeah, there's not much to say about that.
Okay, and like, what can you say about Chinese? Some people told that they prepared like 2 months, but recently Chuan in the interview said that they were preparing Dota 2 like for 2 years or for a year. What do you know about that?
I don't know much. I heard that some Chinese teams boot camp for 3 months, but I don't know. It's like it doesn't matter too much anyway.
Okay. In the past, you played very much with Azan. He's a Russian guy, but he went to Israel. Where is he now, and why is he's not playing like on pro level?
I talked to him like some days ago. He was messaging me. He told me he's still working a lot. He's just working, and he told me he tries to get a computer and he actually wants to start playing Dota 2 again. I don't know if he goes competitive or not. Maybe, if he finds a good team, but right now he's gonna try to enter the scene.
Sorry. So, what's his job, if it's not a secret?
Like, he changes his job like every 3 months, I think. But the last thing I knew, he was doing some chemical stuff. Like, I don't know exactly what. I think cleaning up some chemicals, raping your own body and shit, but getting good money in the end.
Okay, interesting. So now we'll talk about the recent changes. Sing Sing, where is he? What happened? Why did he choose to like go away from the team? Because in the interview I asked him, like it was a month ago, he said that they will stick with Bamboo and they will be maybe in Zero, maybe another team, but they will stick together, and now like everything dropped. What happened?
Well, Bambo was supposed to stay with us, but then he got a really, really good offer from AL, and he was contemplating a lot if we should go to them or not, and he asked me a couple of times. I told him to just go join whatever team he feels is right. So in the end, he felt like AL is the better, gives him the better environment to play Dota, since he wants to play he wants to go to a lot of boot camps and team houses and stuff like this, and AL, I think they offered him this kind of stuff, so he chose to go with them in the end.
Okay. And Sing Sing?
Well, Sing Sing, he was like, it was pretty much the same reasons in the end. I think he wants a really, really serious team, but at that time, it's like after a LAN tournament, people start playing less and don't play much for 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then your performance gets worse. And Sing Sing didn't want that, so he didn't feel good with the. He didn't feel good like that. But I talked to him today a little bit, so I don't know what his plans really are. But in the end, we still are on really good terms. So I wish him the best. I wish Bambo the best too, whatever they chose to go for.
You mentioned that IL promised them a lots of stuff, but like a few days ago, you were signed by Mouz. What did they propose you?
No, it's like we really wanted to go to DreamHack, and Mouz told us they will send us to DreamHack, and we want to go to Star Ladder if we get to qualify. And they said they will send us there, so we get some LAN tournaments for this team. We went with Mouz, nothing special, but they helped us.
Do you have some salaries?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. You played also much time before with Puppy. Are you like messaging with him now? What's your like relation between you and him now?
We are really good friends, so we talk quite a bit. If we get time, he's busy, I'm busy. If we see each other on LAN, we just go smoke every time, blah blah blah, chit chat.
Okay.
Nothing special.
Okay. There was a question from one of our users. Do you play while listening to music?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. And what does it give you? Like extra, like boost, some boost of?
Well, it's like, you know, first when I started playing with music was like some years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, just because I enjoy it. But even if I go on LAN tournaments right now, the best thing you can do on a LAN tournament is get a setting like at home, so you feel like at home. So when I'm on LAN, I put on music just very low, so I can just still hear everything. It's some kind of manipulating yourself, you know. So it feels like you're at home, but you're like, if you look next to each other, there are like a lot of people and stuff, but you have this music on your head and you have the game in front of you. It's easier for me, it's just personal preference, I guess. It's easier for me to just concentrate and focus.
And what about the sounds from the game? Not from your teammates, but the surrounding. Do you keep them?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so like you listen to music, to sounds, to your teammates. Isn't that distracting you? Like?
No, not at all.
Okay. So, like, let's talk about this tournament. Describe your opponents in the group stage and what are your chances actually to pass to the playoffs?
Well, we got Empire, we as Asian, and one from the qualifier. I think they still didn't decide who it is. They're all good teams. Empire's Empire, the most stable Russian team we have.
But they have Sox. Like
yeah, they have a stand-in, so Sox is a really good player, but every team that plays with a stand-in gets crippled anyway, since you lose your style with your 5 players, but they're still very good. We as Asian is a good team too. I think it's the best lowest seeded team. Like they seeded the teams and they are probably the best with Fnatic. So they're gonna be tough opponents, but we are confident.
First place or second place in the group stage?
We will see tomorrow.
Okay, so let's talk about other groups. Like, well, Navi is obviously like the favorite team, but what teams can you also like describe like the tough opponent for you, for personally your team?
Well, every team is your opponent on LAN. It doesn't matter what their name is in the end. You try to prepare for each opponent somewhat if you got time, but I think this DreamHack we got just strong teams. Just every team that passes the group stage is a strong contender in the end.
You mentioned preparation just now, and did you prepare for DreamHack? Maybe boot camp?
No, we didn't boot camp. There's barely any time because we got other stuff to do. It's like we go to DreamHack, and right after DreamHack, 4 of us have to go to China for WCG, and we have people who go to university and stuff. So we couldn't boot camp. We wanted to, but it's bad if we would have done it. But we just practice online. Yeah, just online practice. We tried as much as possible. That's all we could do.
And you personally, do you go to university or have some job besides Dota?
Yeah, I go to university.
Okay, what's your main course, if it's not a secret?
Computer science.
Okay. So, like, let's talk about future. So, like, you see yourself as a professional Dota player, or maybe like a programmer or something like that. So you will stop playing Dota.
Well, there's little point to think so far ahead. It's like I know what I want, but for now I really want to play Dota and keep this routine I have. So for now I will try to play as much as Dota as I can, as much as space I have in my life. It's a lot of fun, so but I don't know what's going to happen in 2, 5 years, whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, if you have opportunity to play, you will stick playing.
Yeah, if I have time, I will.
Okay. Now some questions about the real life. Like, have you ever met people speaking about Dota, like simple people, you know, on the street, like they were talking about some tactics, heroes?
Well, the first day I went to university, some people recognized me actually, so that was fun. And I've met some people on streets or even in clubs. People met me. That's all.
Did they take your autograph, like?
No, not really. I think they were ashamed, but they were just talking to me. Oh, you're Kuro? I'm like, yeah, and just blah blah blah. Talk a little bit. Goodbye.
Want to know, do you like anime?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What's your favorite?
I don't know. I like Code Geass. It's one of my favorites, but I don't know if it's my most favorite anime.
Okay. Well, we talked about the tournament preparation. I think that's enough. If you want to say anything or discuss anything or just final words, then it's your turn.
Well, first of all, we'd like to thank Mouz for sending us here and our sponsors. Thanks for everyone who's watching and cheering for us, and we hope for a good tournament.
And can you say something Russian?
Черепаха.
Черепаха. And, okay, the last question, like, я помидор, ты огурец, дред.
No, ты апельсин.
Апельсин.
Я клубника.
Ага. Дред черепаха.
Дред черепаха.
Dandy?
Dandy? Good question. Dandy Pidor.
Nice. So, thank you for the interview. It was Pro Dota and Kuroky.